There's a side to spirituality no one likes to talk about. It's alluring to imagine a journey full of peace, wisdom, and enlightenment. But what if I told you that the deeper you go, the more shadows you might face? Spirituality isn't always about light and love. It's a mirror that reveals not just your highest self, but also the parts of you that have been hidden, suppressed, or even feared. I remember speaking with a friend who had embarked on what they thought was a simple path of meditation. Weeks later, they found themselves confronting emotions they couldn't explain, vivid dreams that felt too real, and a deep sense of discomfort. They asked me, "Dante, why does it feel like I'm losing control when I'm supposed to be finding myself?" That's the untold truth. Spiritual growth is powerful, but it demands courage. It can feel like venturing into the depths of a mysterious forest. You don't just meet the angels, you meet your shadows too. And while this process can be transformative, it's not something to take lightly. In today's video, we'll explore the dark side of spirituality, why it happens, and how to navigate it safely. Buckle up, because this journey is as real as it gets. My name is Dante, and this is another episode of Inner Guided, how the dark side manifests in spiritual journeys. When we think of spirituality, we often imagine tranquility, clarity, and connection to something greater. However, what lies beneath the serene surface can be unexpected and unsettling. The dark side of spirituality manifests in many ways, and it's often the result of opening doors to the depths of our subconscious, a place where unresolved emotions, fears, and traumas reside. Take, for example, those who start practicing deep meditation or breath work. Initially, they feel a sense of calm, but as they continue, they might experience emotional outbursts, disturbing dreams, or even vivid memories of past events they thought were forgotten. This phenomenon is known as a spiritual detox. It's like spring cleaning for the soul. The more you declutter, the more you uncover things you didn't know were there. Another manifestation is what's often called the dark night of the soul. This is a period of profound spiritual crisis where individuals feel disconnected, lost, or even abandoned by the very source they are trying to connect with. It's as if the universe pulls away the comfort blanket to force us to stand on our own. While this experience can feel terrifying, it's not uncommon. Many spiritual teachers describe it as a necessary part of awakening, where the ego breaks down to make way for a truer self. Perhaps the most misunderstood manifestation is the attraction to false light. This happens when individuals seeking spiritual growth fall into the traps of superficial or manipulative practices, like being drawn into cult-like environments or obsessively chasing miracles. Instead of finding authentic growth, they lose themselves further in illusions. Recognizing these manifestations is the first step to understanding that they are not punishments or signs of failure. They are indicators of progress, signaling that deeper layers of your being are coming to light. Spirituality, after all, is not just about the good. It's about integrating both the light and the dark to become whole. Why confronting shadows is essential for true growth. Many people are drawn to spirituality in search of peace and positivity. While these are valid goals, they are only one part of the journey. True growth requires a willingness to confront the darker aspects of ourselves, the fears, traumas, and emotions we've avoided or suppressed. The truth is, without embracing the shadows, our spiritual journey remains incomplete. Think of it like climbing a mountain. The peak may promise breathtaking views, but the path to get there is often rocky, steep, and shrouded in uncertainty. The shadows we encounter on this journey are the obstacles that test our strength, patience, and commitment. They reveal the parts of us that need healing and help us break free from old patterns holding us back. Carl Jung famously said, "One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious." This means that true awakening doesn't come from avoiding negativity. It comes from understanding and integrating it. For instance, someone struggling with anger might discover through spiritual work that their anger stems from unprocessed grief or feelings of rejection. By acknowledging these roots, They not only heal, but also grow into a more compassionate version of themselves. Another reason confronting shadows is essential is that it builds resilience. When we face the parts of ourselves that scare us, we develop inner strength. This resilience not only aids us in spiritual growth, but also equips us to handle life's challenges with grace and confidence. Spirituality becomes a grounding force rather than just a tool for escape. Finally, confronting our shadows allows us to connect more deeply with others. When we accept our imperfections, we become less judgmental of others' struggles. We see them not as separate from us, but as reflections of the same journey we're on. This deepens our relationships and fosters a sense of unity that is the very essence of spirituality. True growth isn't about avoiding discomfort. It's about transforming it. By embracing the shadows, we become whole, balanced, and more attuned to the infinite possibilities of life. Facing the darker aspects of spirituality can be overwhelming, especially if we're unprepared. However, with the right tools and mindset, this process can become a powerful catalyst for growth instead of a source of fear or confusion. Navigating the darkness safely requires a combination of self-awareness, guidance, and grounding practices. The first and most important step is to cultivate self-awareness. This means learning to observe your emotions, thoughts, and reactions without judgment. For instance, if you feel anger or sadness arising during meditation, resist the urge to push it away. Instead, ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? Often, these emotions are signals from your subconscious, pointing toward areas of your life that need attention. By approaching them with curiosity, you begin to unravel the root causes and release the weight they carry. Another crucial practice is setting boundaries. Engaging with spirituality can sometimes open us up to energies or influences that we're not ready to handle. Protecting your mental and emotional space is essential. Visualization exercises, such as imagining yourself surrounded by a shield of light, can be powerful. Many practitioners also find value in cleansing rituals like burning sage or using crystals to create a safe and intentional environment for their practices. Seeking guidance from trusted sources is equally vital. Whether it's a mentor, therapist, or a spiritual community, having someone to guide you through challenging moments can make a significant difference. They can offer perspectives you might not have considered and provide reassurance that what you're experiencing is part of a natural process. However, it's important to choose guides who respect your autonomy and don't impose their beliefs on you. Finally, staying grounded is key to navigating spiritual challenges. Practices like journaling, spending time in nature, and physical activities can help you stay connected to the present moment. When you feel overwhelmed, these grounding techniques remind you that no matter how intense the journey becomes, you're still rooted in reality. Remember, the darkness is not an enemy, it's a teacher. With patience, courage, and the right support, you can emerge from it stronger, wiser, and more connected to your true self. Spirituality is a journey of profound transformation, and that includes walking through the darkness to uncover the light. The shadows you face are not there to break you. They're there to guide you toward healing, wholeness, and a deeper connection with your true self. By embracing these challenges, you don't just evolve spiritually, you gain the courage to live authentically and with purpose. As you reflect on this journey, one question often arises: what happens when our spiritual path leads to the ultimate transition, death? Is it the end, or is it another chapter of awakening? If this thought has ever crossed your mind, you won't want to miss the video. This is what happens to your spirit when you die. It connects deeply with today's topic, offering a perspective that ties together the lessons of light and darkness. Let this next exploration expand your understanding of the spiritual journey, giving you clarity and peace about one of life's greatest mysteries.